Hey, what's going on, folks? I wanted to document another plant for you. Keep watching. Hey, what's going on, folks? My name is Gerard. I'm an exotic plant collector. I use YouTube to share my passion for plants and to document where some of you haven't gone and where some of you have already gone before. If you haven't saw my channel before, please hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate your support. And let's get into the video. So I want to talk about this plant here. It's the Algaonema Tricolor Pictum. I've I've had this plant for about, I would say, almost a year. I got it from Thailand. It was shipped to me. I had one plant, and over the weeks, I haven't really been talking about this plant because I was just a little leery on my skills of keeping it alive, humidity wise, light wise, and soil wise, everything in between. So I just want to tell you what I did. So if you have one, maybe this video will make you feel more confident of taking care of one, because I'm trying to be more specific on my care tip video. So with this one, we're just going to start out with lighting. I have I've got this plant in this section of my artificial my collection that I have up here. It's getting 12 hours of 210 foot candles of light from these lights that I have up there. And I haven't had any leaves burning or any these leaves look immaculate. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, look at them. Everything is everything is great, and I really felt good because I saw this thing popping up. So it was getting here. I was taking pictures of it on Instagram because I was so excited that I have some more growth coming out of the pot. And I'm like, whoa, what's that? Like, what is that? And I'm like growing another shoot. Um, I'm usually propagating stuff, but I just didn't feel too comfortable of cutting it, or because I noticed that it probably was a cutting from wherever I got it from in Thailand. But I saw the second shoot come out, and I said, you know what? I think we got it. My humidity levels are usually around 50, about 50%. But if you look up there, I have plants that are not touching, but they're they're spaced enough to allow airflow. And then I got a ceiling fan that's right above me right now that I usually keep it on most of. I would probably keep it on about, I would say, along with 12 hours a day, just to get air circulation around the plants, around the leaves, so we don't have to worry about any funguses or anything like that growing on the plants. So what I'm trying to say is, like, I've seen a lot of people with the with have that I've talked to on Instagram, that haven't had the best experiences with the tricolor. Now, another thing, if you notice, I haven't really talked about the leaves, but it has three different colors on it. This is a different cultivar of a Algonema. This is native to the Sumatra in a jungle, so it's not getting a lot of light. But once again, I'm giving this plant about 210 foot candles of artificial light, and it's for 12 hours a day. I have it in like organic soil that I usually put perlite, pumice, orchid bark, just good stuff, like all good stuff. Thought I saw something crawling around in there. I wasn't sure what that was, but haven't had any pest problems. Everything's been really, really, really good with this plant. And then I'm looking. I wanted to shoot this video, and then I'm looking. I'm like looking around in the soil, and I see like another shoot like popping out like right there. So I got that shoot happening. Then I got this one coming out. So I'm really confident that this plant is living its best life right here. The leaf spacings are still kind of shooting up. It's not bending toward any light. The lighting is above. I think this, since this thing got so tall, I had to drop it down to like the second shelf because I didn't want it too close to it. So I have the plant about 7 inches, 7 to 6 inches away from like the light source. And then one other thing is I noticed that I'm getting some different type of growth up top here. You can see it better here. I got flowers. I did some research. I actually looked on Summer Rain, watched her YouTube episode of the care for this plant. I just looked at it, I would say 20 minutes ago. I love her stuff, but I just really wanted to make sure I'm on my P's and Q's when I'm talking about this plant as far as giving you information that you can actually trust. But she said when the plant flowers, you can't cross-pollinate it, and you can't pollinate it. So I couldn't. And then when it happens, it's putting all that energy into growing the flower. So the plant is ultimately going to die back. I don't want the plant to die back. I want it to stay like it is. So I'm almost positive that these look like the flowers, like this leaf here, because the way this top leaf is going to emerge, this top one right here where my pinky is, doesn't look like that. Doesn't resemble that. And then you can see at the stem of it, it doesn't look like a plant. It doesn't look like a leaf. You can see there's like white stripings in the leaf, and then this thing right here doesn't have that. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take it off. You're gonna see me take it off right now. And there's two of them. There's two of them. So that's one. And then like right next to it, like right here, that pointy thing, I think that's a leaf. So I'm gonna, then I have a second one, so I'm gonna take that off. So now I have what I'm hoping is the flower. So I just pinched it off so it can put more effort into growing more foliage. Also found out that you can give it more nitrogen. I do know that if you give more nitrogen to a plant, you're going to get more leaf mass. So I'm going to use my really low dose 2-2-1 or just a 2-0-0 or something like that, 2-1-1, just to give a little boost of nitrogen. But I wanted to open up these because I'm not too sure if these are in fact like flowers. So I'm gonna cut it open. Oh yeah, it was like a flower. It's a flower in there. It smells weird, but you can see like I caught it right in time. Hopefully I caught it right in time. There's like little seed pods on it. So I'm like, wow, this plant took off. It started to bud on me. I got 2 buds. I pinched it. I got like 3 shoots coming out. Well, I have 2 shoots coming out. I have the one here that's like leaning to the left, and then I got the one little shoot that's right there. So once again, let me just go back over the care tips. Um, and I want to also mention the pot that I have it in. It's a glazed ceramic pot. I knew that the Algonema, a lot of people were telling me put it in a terrarium. I'm not too fond of terrariums because they take up a lot of space. I'm just not cool with them right now. But yeah, somebody said put it in a terrarium, and I think when somebody suggested I put it in a terrarium, um, I didn't have it in a terrarium for about 3 or 4 weeks. So I'm like, well, usually like if I have usually something's going to show some signs of like humidity damage. I would say within a couple of weeks. But since I had it for so long outside of terrarium, I like I said, I generally give it like 50 to 55% humidity, and it's always close to other plants. I'm giving it 200 between 220 to 200 foot candles of lighting. That's the strength of the light, and it's going on for about 12 hours a day. And I have it in a ceramic pot, and I do not let it dry out. I use the scratch test. Usually with my philodendrons, I let the water, like I if I check it and I scratch the soil and it's still dry, I would let the philodendrons dry out a little bit more. So I probably would wait about 3 or 4 days before I make a mental note to water it. This one, I wait about a day. Then I just bottom water it. I've always bottom watered it. A lot of people are against bottom watering. I just that's what I just always did. So that's what I'm against. I mean that's what I'm used to. And I don't really. I mean this is what I got so far. Um, I don't have any marks on the leaves, and like I said, I got don't mind that stray leca. I was thinking about doing leca, but I rather do peat moss. Hopefully, I get more comfortable with leca, but I'm really cool with peat moss. I find that it makes the roots grow fast, but I really feel more at home with like soil because I know like all the nutrients, all the fungus, all the bacteria is in here. I'm not too keen. I'll have to Google it. I'll find out if there is some type of nutrients in the peat moss, which I doubt it is. Besides like the humidity aspect and the plus about peat moss, planting things in spag peat moss, is that it gets more airflow to the, and then you're not going to get that much airflow here. So whatever you do, do it. But I did this in soil, and I had this great luck with this plant. I will keep you guys updated on its new leaves. I was happy to like take a step and cut that bud off because I knew it was putting a lot of energy into the production of this flower. This is like literally my first flowering plant too. I can't say that any of, I'm sorry, besides my begonias flowered all the time. My Rex begonia flowered all the time. I don't have my Rex begonia. I have a escargot begonia, escargot begonia. That hasn't flowered yet, but this will be my second flowering plant, the Tricolor. Excuse me, and I just wanted to put this out here. Hope this was informational. Hope this was entertaining. And like I said, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate your support. If you have a tricolor, if you need any help, contact me. I have a group. I have a whole bunch of people that would assist me helping you if I can't help you directly. So the plant community is great. I keep saying that. I will always say that. And I just want to say, lastly, keep growing. Oh, and then also check me out on Instagram at Gerard _ horticulture _ culture. And one more time, keep growing.